Hi everyone, this is Apostrophe. Let's check out Dishonored 2 on PC and 4K. Okay, so we are on UHD. I have these on auto, but they set me on ultra very high. I have turned off the motion blur and the depth of field, because those are stupid, and you should feel stupid if you like those. We are targeting 60 frames, although whether or not we'll do that is a different story. I will leave the triple buffering off for now, and the HDAO plus off for now as well, or to keep the frame rate high. Because we are playing in 4K, and that does tend to raise the requirements and lower your ability to use the more fancy effects. So, let's check out the campaign. Easy, because, yeah, I'm not good at these games. Do you want to start the tutorial? Yeah, sure, let's do it. We're going to find the any key.
I remember training with my father in the years after the rat plague. Someday, he said, our enemies will come for you.
Waterfront. Front of the water.
The sounds and smells of Dunwall never change much. This is my city. What training regimen does Father have in store for me today?
All right, Majesty. Let's see what you can do.
Gotta slide under to get through. Easy as cake.
You'll have to sprint, vault the obstacle, then slide it.
Yes. What's next?
Where is it? Dive. Rise. Let's exit near the change to start climbing.
No way except to climb.
I have to push it.
If only I could spend every day running and jumping.
Come to me. You've learned well. Let's see how quiet you are, young lady.
Stealth. Press B to toggle stealth mode. Crouching down and walking silently. Your visibility in stealth mode is greatly reduced. Stay behind cover and out of sight to avoid being detected. Enemies are slower to detect you in stealth mode, especially when you are farther away from them, above them, or at the edge of their peripheral vision in shadow, though this matters more at a distance. Stealth mode enables you to take cover under desks or tables. To lure enemies away, distract them by throwing an object such as a bottle or setting the alarm on a clock. Stealth.
Sneak up on me, if you can.
Can I lie prone? When enemies detect you, an awareness meter is displayed overhead, gradually filling up. A full white meter means the enemy will eventually search for you. The red meter means you have been detected. Gotcha!
Let's see how quiet you are, young lady.
Didn't see anything at all.
Stay low.
In the
and out
words of
your enemy's
Corvo
line of sight.
Atano, hidden like a secret, quiet as the sunset.
Remember, a pistol will wake up everyone in the building. Your crossbow is quiet.
Ah, it seems awful loud if you ask me.
Perfect shot. Time for some more weapons and combat training. Let's beat each other up, shall we? Yes. You hit him. That's my daughter. When someone swings a sword at you, block.
Block. Oh,
Block with your
fun.
blade. Good. Well done. Very good. You've got a natural instinct for fighting. If you time your block right, you'll throw an enemy off balance. Come on. You're quick. Smart move. That'd stop even the most black-hearted killer. You can choke an enemy out, even in combat.
Let's see, right button. No.
While they're off balance, deliver a fatal blow. When an enemy is off balance, you can land a lethal counterattack. Feel better knowing you can take care of yourself. When trouble does finally come, you're ready to fight.
Today marks the anniversary of the death of Empress Jasmine Caldwin, assassinated 15 years ago. Visitors from across the Empire of the Isles have journeyed to Dunwall Tower for the occasion. Celebrate she died? What?
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo Atano, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
Off with their heads! Maybe I wouldn't be a good ruler.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There. You're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
I got some junk in the trunk, Alexei. Congratulations.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages. You
Emily,
look tired, Father.
every year I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Wow.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
Mechanical soldiers? Amazing.
What is this, Ramsay? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo Atano, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin, your rightful empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Yuhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little Sparrow, blackened by bad memories, I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
Royal Protector, how naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murder.
What?
Still my heart.
Emily, ruler of the Empire of the Isles, trained in stealth and by your father. Or we play as Corvo, legendary royal protector. Let's play as Emily. She seems. I mean, she's new. Otherwise, I would just play the first game if I want to play him. Yeah, sure.
Cast you in cold marble. Sweet girl, over time you will come to love me. Perhaps someday you'll see me as the mother you lost. But until then, you'll be kept out of trouble.
I'll lock Lady Emily in her chambers, then I'll bring her to Coldwood Prison until her trial. My father lost it all when I was a boy, so now I wear this uniform, and I send 20-year-olds out to patrol the rose gardens instead of drinking with the men from the shooting club.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lady Emily, what happened?
I'll be all Captain Mayhew.
No!
That's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half? There's a legend in the Tower Guard about the Empress's last resort, a safe room inside your chambers holding enough gold to buy a good-sized island. They say that this ring is one of the only 2 keys to exist.
What happened? Alexei. The throne room. Father. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Fresh fruit replaces your health. Empress, after the Royal Protector Shakedown cruise, we'll launch the ISS Jessamine Caldwin just before the anniversary of her mother's passing. Pending your approval, of course. On the platform, we'll have a bottle of King Street brandy tied to a long tether that you will release to swing against the hull. What say you the ceremony is, of course, up to you, but here are some ideas intended to serve as food for thought. May a brisk wind hurry you to shores near, far, and fair. May you shelter your crew from the perils of the terrible ocean. May you always sail for Crystal, true of heart and homeward bound. Yours faithfully, Advisor Wainwright.
Your horse is Corporal Dial. You'd be smart to remember that.
Should I just spin it and pick a place to hide for a while? I need time to think. These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
Letter from Tyrian Trade Commission. Our most esteemed Empress. As you know, freight from Serkonos bound for Otavia is now routinely set upon by pirates or spoiled with bloodflies. In addition to the loss of Tavian lives, be they crew, dock workers, or shopkeepers, there is material cost of the cargo itself, which can barely be calculated. If things continue unchecked, we will be forced to cease trading with Serkonos, and perhaps to even embargo ships from the southernmost isle altogether. But this need not come to pass. The Trade Commission is a reasonable body, and has already considered the remedies to ameliorate the situation. We seek the following: independent qualified inspectors at all ports, patrols to defend against pirates and smugglers, compensation for the previous and future losses. It is this list of remedies that I wish to discuss with you in person at the earliest possible opportunity. So far, your staff have resisted our efforts to establish a definitive time for negotiation. Prompt them prompt them to action, Majesty, for we are eager to travel to Dunwall. Until we can sit down and discuss this in a civilized fashion, I send you our best. Demian Surgeon, Principal, Tivian Trade Commissioner. Should I set the alarm? No weapon.
I used to hide frogs in this old grandfather clock to drive the housekeepers mad. I thought life was complicated back then. How many times have I looked at that skyline? It feels like everything just changed.
Kind of far to jump.
Delilah is some sort of witch. How is this possible?
Lady Emily, you're all right. I was worried. Where's the Royal Protector?
There's a coup underway. My father is... he's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Through your safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks, looking for the Royal Protector. Find her. Get out of Dunwall.
Alexei, I'm sorry. Goodbye.
I'll take your stuff though, thanks.
I need my signet ring.
By holding Y and moving L, you can lean around corners and or peek over cover. Leaning allows you to look ahead without being seen by enemies. Although in reality, you're going to be seen by enemies because you're sticking your goddamn head up. I mean, really?
Now covered in shakers. says, keep alert, and I says, I am a bit.
Traitors.
Go read a book.
Throne room blocked off. We should have the time we need. Just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting.
Let's see, eliminate Mortimer Ramsey, secret passageway, new captain.
Everything's changing.
Yes, the natural order is reasserting itself. The Ramseys once hosted the King and Queen of Morley. Did you know that? I spent my childhood playing with the Buntings and the Boyles, cream of society.
And very soon you'll be back at the top, Captain.
Ramsey's family fell from the aristocracy, and apparently the man holds a grudge. How it's my fault, that's beyond me. But one way or another, Ramsey is too dangerous to be left in play.
Gotta keep my mind on my duties. Forget about that kiss. Oh, that kiss. Oh.
This won't leave my hand again. Anton Sokolov made this lock.
Come on, buddy. You want to get in here?
Goodbye, you entitled bastard. I'll need this.
Excerpt from book on sailing traditions and scrimshaw. Bone charms, a sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from long back, passed from salty dogs to young greenhearts still finding their sea legs. In old times, sailors cut into the tusks of ice seals and into the long arm fangs of the bears that roamed the isles north of Tivia. Once the whaling trade began, the practitioners began engraving the bones of those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night and grant some small boon, increasing a lover's vigor or providing defense against pregnancy. I have a natural defense against pregnancy in my looks. Letter from Wyman. Emily, I didn't want to wake you this morning, but you'll forgive me since we must have said goodbye 100 times yesterday night. And the only chance I get to see you with your hair all whichever way is while you're asleep. As soon as the sun rises, you'll put on your Empress face. It makes me happy that I know that your real face, the one that laughs at our silly rhymes. I don't want to go back to Morley when I'm needed here. It'll be 4 months before we see each other again. I'll miss you, and yes, I'll bring you some white leaf tobacco for your hookah. Lord Kovo, if you're reading this letter, as per your royal protector functions, know that I am joking and perfectly aware that the white leaf tobacco is forbidden in Crystal. Take care, my darling Emily. Don't go falling from a rooftop. I love you, Wyman. Corvo Tano, the royal protector in our times, part. Ugh. His parents were older at the time of his birth, and his father died in a lumber accident outside the city when Corvo was still young. Around that time, his only sibling, a firstborn sister, moved away to Marley, and the family subsequently lost all contact with her. Only 16, Corvo dazzled the people of Karnaca when he entered and won the annual Blade Verbena. The spectators from all over Serkonos were thrilled to see someone so young and striking from a working-class family advance through the duel after duel, eventually taking the prize. The unexpected outcomes secured Corvo a junior officer ranking in the Grand Serkonan Guard. As a soldier, he was involved in a number of conflicts against organized crime or criminal groups, rogue city-states within Serkonos, and power plants along the chain of islands radiating east from Serkonos. Sent from his homeland at the age of 18 by the Duke of Serkonos, then Theodonis Abel, father of Luca Abel, Corvo was assigned to serve the Emperor in Dunwall as a diplomatic gift. His Serkonan heritage made him a bit of an outsider in Dunwall, but the capital city must have seemed exotic and full of old world mystery. A few months after he moved to Dunwall, it is recorded that Corvo received word that his mother had passed away several weeks after his departure from Karnaca.
I have a feeling I'll need these.
Dunwall citizens express shock and fear as yet another outspoken critic of the Empress, Caldwin, has met with a violent demise. Bloodi's victim is none other than Ichabod Boyle, notable entrepreneur and supporter of the arts. Boyle recently wrote an opinion piece harshly criticizing the Empress for what he called her slipshod style of governance and her willful neglect of duties. Authorities have convinced the Karen killer is the real culprit given the gruesome details left at the crime scene. As Her Majesty's most outspoken adversaries fall one by one to this notorious assassin, we boldly ask, is it now the duty of the royal protector to murder all who dare criticize the throne?
The Crown Killer must be connected to all this, with the Duke and Delilah.
Oh yeah, of course it's their duty. Why wouldn't it be?
The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here. Whispers from the Void by Barnoli Milani. Treatise on the physical existence of that foreign realm. Excerpt. It is a common story. A person has stopped breathing, pinned under the carriage wheels or some other tragic happenstance, and is thought to be dead, but when the weight is removed, they make a quick recovery. But nonetheless, for a moment or two, the person was at least lost to us, lost to the world itself. And what did they experience while in this temporary death? Darkness? Nothingness? No, indeed not. They tell us, as so many before have, that they are in a particular place and can describe it vividly. And who among us do not know the place? Have we not all seen it in our dreams? This place we share is the farthest reaches of our minds, a realm which nothing makes sense, where one is at once both lost and at home, the Void. Stealth game where you read once. Go to Dunwall Streets. Stay at the tower. Let's go to the streets.
There's no best way to play, focused on combat or stealth. Play brutally or ghost-like. The world will react. A long day in Dunwall. Delilah and Duke Abel have taken the tower. Dunwall is no longer a safe place for you. Escape the city by meeting with a boat captain down at the docks.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks.
Buzzy there? No?
I've gotta get out of Dunwall. Get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Reach the ship.
What do I have to do to help my father? What do I have to become?
Batman? Flash? Dropped on an enemy from above. To avoid taking damage from a fall, press right trigger just before landing to perform a drop assassination. Press right button to perform a non-lethal takedown that will leave the enemy unconscious. Oh, totally snuck
You're
up on
not
you.
fit for the watch uniform. The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's missing. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily called when he fled the tower. We've got to find her. That's it, you've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Serkonos, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now. Something stinks around here. It's not my job to clean up. The former Empress, Emily Caldwin, has been accused of high crimes against the state. Anyone caught harboring her is equally guilty of treason. Hard times. Hard times. Gotta be on the lookout. This shirt reeks. I gotta get a spare uniform. Yeah, but please, not today. Don't even know that. Yes. Whew. Dusty shit.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. As of today, Delilah Caldwin is our new empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring Emily Caldwin will be fined and arrested.
People of Dunwall, stay in your homes. You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest.
Time to get a good lungful. I'll search with you. No! You're dead! She's wounded! Let's finish her!
Ah! And see that guy to my right. But I'm not omniscient. I mean, ah.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's missing. Corporal Moore. Someone let's trouble. No! Damn it! You're doing it! No! She's wounded! Let's finish her!
Yeah, that can play the way I wanted. What's that going on? Fine, I'll be a little more stealthy.
Listen up. Get around. No! No! Damn it!
What's going on here?
Stealthy.
Hey, who is...
You're dead! Oh!
Alright.
Revenge!
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. As of today, Delilah Caldwin is our new Empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, is now wanted for treason.
So, let's see.
What's all this wreck?
Kill you for that! Someone protect me! Take the cover, huh? I don't want to die.
Someone's not feeling well.
Someone there?
You're right. Yeah. Case of death. Oh my god, what happened to him?
The Empress! The Empress! Former Empress, I mean!
Come on! Let's finish this!
Are you sure?
What happened?
What's going on here? Hey! Who is
Someone's not feeling well.
Stop!
Someone protect me!
You aren't going anywhere! Take it!
She's wounded! Let's finish her!
Hey, who is it? I finally know your place.
Where were all of you before? Did they just make you in monster closets?
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. As of today, Delilah Caldwin is our new Empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring Emily Caldwin will be fined and arrested.
What's going on here?
You ready?
Right in with me then! She's wounded! Let's finish her! You and... Road is blocked by order of the City Watch.
Locked? What am I supposed to do now?
Not my concern, citizen. I'd advise you to return to your home.
If I can't get through, that's it for my shop. The entire month will be ruined.
Trust me. You don't want to... Ah, well. I'll help you look around.
Shit! I thought I saw someone right here. Let's check the place, just in case.
Nah.
What? You aren't going anywhere.
Just can't see anybody. Play it any way you want, eh?
Road is blocked by order of the City Watch.
Locked? What am I supposed to do now?
Where are all the subtitles? Head Rob. Why I never. I don't know about you, but my head does not bob like that. Are you supposed to add realism? I don't think so. Realism means my head does not bob.
Not my concern, citizen. I'd advise you to return to your home.
If I can't get through, that's it for my shop. The entire month will be ruined.
Trust me. You don't want to be out on the streets right now. Move along.
This shirt reeks. I've got to get a spare uniform.
Feels heavy. Probably get a good lungful.
Turn it off? What is he doing? Hi. Nobody's hungry.
I'll be damned!
Playing dice tonight.
People of Dunwall. Hey, let's have a look. So let's see. That's how we call it. Surrounded. No.
Come on, let's finish this! Hey, who is it?
Oh. Where's all the little me?
Damn you!
Peekaboo. Check out this cool knife I got. No opinions? I shouldn't assume that they're in on it.
What am I going to do? Something's going on at Dunwall Tower all across this cursed city. Where are you, Corvo Atano? Lady, you want to hear what I've got to say. I guarantee it. Lady Emily, you won't get far with that face. Stamped on half the coins in the city.
There's a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders. I don't care what my face looks like.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know, Anton, but Corvo's gone. The Duke of Serkonos is here with a woman named Delilah. They massacred everyone in the throne room. Then she did something I can't explain. There was nothing to do but run.
Sometimes that's all you can do. This is my ship, the Dreadful Whale. We can head out as soon as you're ready.
I need to get to Karnaca where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
You're Corvo's daughter. I'll give you that. Should we go?
Probably.
Yes, I'm ready.
Let me stick around and go find some Wonder Bread. I gotta shop.
Am I still aboard Megan's ship? It feels odd.
Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is audap, watching Dishonored 2 on PC in 4K. I have to admit it's actually pretty fun. Even though you've witnessed probably the greatest stealth playthrough you've ever seen. No, I don't plan on playing this stealthy. I hate stealth games. Only if I have to. And so far, you have to at least a little bit. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.